Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. So the next scripture that we have in our unfolding here is the one that we've read several times, Psalm 119:98. And it says, "You, through your commandments, make me wiser than my enemies, for your words are ever before me." And so we've already talked about that's like operating with inside information that he sees and he guides us with what he knows. And you through your commandments. That is his way of doing and being right. His way of doing things, right? God laid out his commandments in the Old Testament, and that was his way of doing things. That was the right way. When you as parents give your children instructions and you're like, you need to do this way. Why do you do that? Because you know that's the easiest way to do it. You already know the outcome of those steps. You know the outcome of if you do this, then this will happen. If then. There are certain laws that have been established that are not going to change. If you jump off of that, I'm thinking about the porch, but they might actually land on their feet on the porch. But if you jump, you're going to fall. You're going to hit the ground. You're not going to fly. There are rules and laws that are established. And so we know how things work. And again, the Lord has established our relationships here as families to as a mirror in perfection, really, though sometimes we don't do a great job of mirroring, but the relationship between the Father, the Son, and us, his children. And so he tells us how to do things because he knows the outcome. He knows if you do this, it's going to work right. He also knows if you don't do this, it's not going to work right. And so just like we as parents give our children instructions for their benefit, he does the same thing with us. And so when I was reading and meditating on that verse, you through your commandments make me wiser than my enemies, for your words are ever before me, I, of course, immediately thought of Joshua chapter 1. I love this. I love everything about Joshua. I love everything that we can learn from Joshua and his, being when he was instated as the leader of Israel. God says, Moses is gone. You're going to take his place. Here's what you're going to do. And so he tells him, Joshua 1, you go over this Jordan, arise, take his place, go over Jordan, you and all this people into the land which I'm giving to them, the Israelites. And then he says in verse 5, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not fail you or forsake you. We can hear that again in this Psalm 32:8 from the Message translation, where he says, hear the Lord saying, I will stay close to you. I will stay close to you. And not only now on this side of the cross will he stay close to you, but his very spirit resides on the inside of you. When you accept Jesus and receive Jesus, submitting yourself to him as he is your Lord and Master, okay? So we are followers of him. We follow his lead and guide. Then we have received the Spirit of God. The word tells us over and over again that the very same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives on the inside of you. That's from Romans. And so now not only is it that he will stay close to us and that he will be with us, that he will not fail or forsake us, his very Spirit lives in us. Unbroken communion, unbroken relationship and communication. And so he says, I will not fail or forsake you. Be strong, confident, and of good courage, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land which I swore to give to them. Only be strong and very courageous, that you may do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. So what is the first instruction that God has told Joshua? He said, take up your place and lead the people. But then he said, be strong and courageous, that you may do all that I've told you to do. That you would follow my instructions and do not turn to the right or to the left. Why? That you may prosper wherever you go. And we'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.